Hello everybody, welcome back to another YouTube video. And today, like I mentioned in the last video, we are gonna be installing the 2 terabyte hard disk inside our Xbox Classic, inside mine Xbox Classic that is, and of course yours if you are following along. So the reason why I modified my Xbox in the beginning was so that I could install the big 2 terabyte hard drive with games on it, and there's gonna be a few steps involving this installation. It's not just as simple as plug and play, so there's gonna be few steps and few accessories that we're gonna be needing. So it's a little bit tricky to get it all down, but I will try to explain it to you as simple as I can and make it as easy as I can. So excuse me if I mess something up and if I don't speak perfectly. I'm not perfect American or something, but I will do my best, like I said. So let's start so we don't pull this any longer. First of all, like I said, of course, we're gonna be needing our hard disk. Now, I'm using 2 terabyte. You can use more since the BIOS that we are installing on the Xbox is SirBIOS, which is already capable of, I think, 16 terabytes of hard disk. So you can do up to 16 terabytes. I'm using 2. That's gonna be enough for my games that I have and that I need. So it's pretty much enough. And you should also remember that not all those 2 terabytes are gonna be free. Some of it is going for the BIOS or for the Xbox Windows, you could say. It's simpler. I don't know how to explain it otherwise. So I think it's around 35 gigabytes or something for the BIOS. So keep that in mind that I do not have all 2 terabytes. I have like terabyte and 700 gigabytes. Sorry, it's a terabyte point 74 or something. So it all depends on how much the BIOS will take. We'll see that later through the program. So without further ado and too much explaining, I'm gonna go start off with the very important thing. You have to check if your hard disk is gonna be compatible with your console. Now, I'm gonna leave the link in description where is this hard disk compatibility chart, and you're gonna need to type in this number right here, as you can see, WD20 easy RZ, and we're gonna type this number in the search, and it's gonna show us which console is gonna use which hard disk. So let me simply switch on to the PC and quickly show you this, just so you can get kind of your mind into what you will need to do if you want to put the hard disk in your Xbox console. So let me show you. Okay guys, so we are here at the website that I just said. It will be down in the description, but you can see Xbox hard drive compatibility chart. So uh, it looks pretty messy, but it's pretty simple. You're only looking for the main things right here, that it's lockable. So if it says yes, it's pretty good. No is not good, so we need it to be lockable, and we need to be looking at this Xbox version right here. Make sure your motherboard is supported. So for my hard disk in particular, I actually didn't check this. I just typed in my hard disk here, which you can do by the way, and it's gonna be a lot easier. So you can just type in your model number right here. As you can see, I had searched for some already in the past. Actually, yeah, I searched for a lot more in the past while I was trying to order the hard disk, and I was checking them if they are compatible. So as you can see, I went through some of them and none of them were actually compatible, except when I clicked on this one that I have right here. When I hit enter, I saw, oh, it's 4 of them right here. I checked locking, it said yes, and boom, I ordered it. And mistake, probably mistake. I will have to check this hard disk if it will work with my console, because as you can see right here where it says version, it's version 11.14.11.12. And if you guys know, or if you don't know, my Xbox version is 1.6, which is not good because it doesn't say here on the website that I can modify it or lock it, you know, so it's not lockable. We're gonna be needing to check this by ourselves, so you're right now gonna witness if this model of hard disk is gonna work for the version 1.6, since it is not here specified, you know. So hopefully we can make it work, and I didn't order it for nothing. If I did, well, screw it, you know, I'll just order a new one, sell this one or something, or keep it, you don't know when you need it. So yeah, hopefully you can find a good hard drive and good size that is gonna be fitted for your console. So you can check that right here and make sure that it is good. Next thing we're gonna be needing, I'm just gonna show you. Can I switch just quickly here to cam? Yeah, I can just do that. So let's just quickly switch quickly switch to camera again, and I'm gonna be showing you all the other things that you will be needing. So first thing that's very important is this adapter that it's gonna turn our hard disk to SATA. So as you can see, we have SATA connector here, and here is the OG or old hard disk connector, and you can order this online for pretty cheap on eBay or Amazon. I think it's around 10 bucks, maybe even less. So you need this, just you need to buy it. Okay, there's a better version. This is the cheaper version. It's also a little bent, I think. It's weird. This is cheap Chinese version, but it should do the job, so you don't need to spend a lot of money for this. You can order the cheap version like I did, or you can do the little more expensive one, which I think comes in red motherboard. That's how you know it's better quality. So I think this one will be good. And before also, which is very important, make sure that your switch right here, as you can see, we have master and slave. It says a little text above here. It will say master. I can't show you the text probably because the camera is not so good. And under it says slave. So right now we can switch between those two. We can take this pin out. As you can see, one pin is free, so we can slide this black piece out and we can put it on down below, you know. But we do not want to do that for now. We want to make sure that it is on slave. So for the locking thing, we need to keep this on slave. We're gonna do this later while we install this into the Xbox. So this is not coming together yet, but later this will go, cable will go in here, the power cable of course, and this side will go into our hard disk directly. So this is why we have this SATA connector. As you can see, poof, it just slides in like this. We get connections back here, and it's gonna lay inside our Xbox. So get yourself this connector. I'm not sure the exact name, I forgot. It's I think you can just type in like OG Xbox SATA adapter and it should find it with no problem. So first thing, we need this, and since we have this, you're gonna be needing this cable, IDE, oh, sorry, IDE cable, which is gonna be needing to be a little bit different than the one we have found in the Xbox. So I forgot how is this cable exactly called. Let me just quickly check if I can. So yeah, this is the 24-inch 40 pin by 80 wire cable. It's not actually the 24-inch one because it's, as you can see, it's gigabyte. It's from my old PC. So I'm using this just because I have it laying around from my old PC. You can order the longer one, which I would prefer. The installation process will be so much easier and better if you have a longer cable. You will see I can do it with this small cable, but it's not gonna be perfect. You will have to go like very stretch out the cable and, you know, connect it. You can do very nice bends with it like the original cable from the Xbox has. So good luck if you have small cable like me. We're gonna try it together, and even if it will work, it should work because it's the one that we need, you know. The main difference you can notice between this one and the one in the Xbox is this little black piece in the middle is covered, as you can see. the hole in the middle is covered. So in the original Xbox cable, it's all holes are open. So you need the one with the closed hole, which is the bigger one. So this cable, very important. We're gonna be plugging this one in the uh, adapter, boom, like this. And this side is gonna go into the console itself and the disk itself, disk drive. So we have the hard disk drive and motherboard, and that's how it will come together in the end, and of course with the hard disk connected. So getting those two out of the way, next thing, let me quickly check. This is just optional. I would prefer it because it's very good, very useful. I'm using this also adapter for the external hard disk, you could say. So I can basically take my hard disk and plug it into this connector, you know, boom, like this. And I can take power. I have other cables, so I have power and USB, put it directly in my PC, and I don't need to open up my PC to install this hard disk. I can just plug it in from the outside. Okay, everything is done. I can just unplug it and go to the Xbox. So this IDE slash SATA USB adapter is actually pretty good, and I would recommend it. It's not needed, but it's recommended for easier and less stressful installation and process. So those are gonna be actually main things we're gonna be needing. And another actually very important thing, for those of you who do not know, I will be showing you this. So right here, I actually already did this, but you should do it yourself. Since we modded the console in the first video, we are able to install or actually run the burned games or burned discs on the console. And very important two things we're gonna be needing for this installation is gonna be SirBIOS, which is the BIOS for our mod chip, and the OG Xbox installer, which is gonna allow us to install the custom dashboard for our games and have it a little bit nicer and better sorted, you know. So SirBIOS is important because it allows us to use the hard disk from 2 terabytes and even more, like I said, up to 16 terabytes. So SirBIOS is very important, and I don't think you need this dashboard from the Xbox installer. I just want it because it looks nice and neat. So make sure you get these two. I will leave the links in description as well, that you can download this. You can easily burn them to your disks. So I can quickly show you how it's done, just so you know, so you don't have any trouble like I had in the beginning. So first of all, you're gonna be needing normal DVD disks like 4.7 gigabytes, or in, I think they come in 4.7 gigabytes. So normal DVD minus R discs, not plus R, minus R. So we get the two discs. Let me quickly open up the computer, and you're gonna be needing image burn. This is the best program, I think, for this kind of stuff. Let me switch back to the screen. There we go. And image burn, as you can see, it's a simple program. It allows you to burn files or images to your disk. So we open up image burn, write image file to disk, click. Most important thing is our speed here. So I usually do 4, the lower the better, but the 4 is kind of the one that usually does the best. If your disk crashes while burning, or the program gives error, you can try different speeds. So I would recommend getting a few DVDs just in case you mess up and you have to repeat like I did, and so you get it right. Okay, so times 4 speed, and for the files I will leave them in description like I said, but here is the SirBIOS disk. For example, it comes in this ISO file, so make sure it is a ISO file. And here I have the Xbox installer. Let me see if I have, oh, there's the program we're going to be needing for the hard drive, Fat Explorer. I also have it here, Fat Explorer. This program is going to be needed for the formatting of our hard drive, so we can format it that our Xbox can accept it. Okay, I'll explain this later, but for now let's say you downloaded this ISO file for the SirBIOS. I will just click here, open up this. So this search image, we open up our ISO. I don't have a disk inserted right now, but if I did, I would just click boom, write, because I have speed at 4. We can disable verify. This is usually open, but you can just disable it just so it's done faster while the disk is burnt. It doesn't verify it and it's just done. So you can uncheck this and burn it, boom. Mostly it should be done like this. If you have any problems, you can text me or put in the comments. I will give my best to help you, but like I said, it's nothing too crazy. And after you have done this, I actually already did install both of them on my Xbox, but just so, because I was testing the mod chip and I wanted to see if I can normally install everything. So it went no problem. I had the SirBIOS installed, the dashboard installed. You can find this easily online, how to install the SirBIOS with disk or Xbox dashboard with a disk. You can find it on YouTube. So I will not be showing you how to do this. Maybe I will be needing to show you after I install the new hard disk. So maybe I have to reinstall the dashboard because I think the BIOS go directly on the mod chip. So I think I only need to reinstall the dashboard, but we will be seeing this later. So for now, let me just put back my disks here. For now I don't need them. And SirBIOS Xbox installer, two things I'm gonna be using. SirBIOS, very important, Xbox installer not so much. So I think after that, yeah, that is pretty much the most important things we're gonna be needing for this. Sorry about the messages that keep coming, I will have to answer that, but for the main part, this is everything we're gonna be needing. And just like I mentioned before, one last very important thing is Fat Explorer. You can also get this in the link in description. This program will allow us to format our hard disk and make it usable for our Xbox console. And we're gonna be doing our next steps here, but first let me go check my messages and see what's up, and I will be back with you in a second. Okay, so I have my hard disk connected, the adapter is running, I can feel the hard disk spinning, and you will notice that it is not loaded in here, but you don't know this because I have four hard disks and SSDs, but you will notice this because it has not been formatted yet, so you cannot see it here because of that. So what we need to do is head on to the Fat Explorer like I mentioned before, get into the formatting tools right here, and we're gonna go original Xbox HDD right here. Now we don't need all this, we're looking for the original Xbox HDD. Click on this, it's gonna search for devices, and as you can see it found few of them, and we want to look for our hard disk. Let me quickly see. I don't think it's none of these two. Okay, so I have connected the hard disk. Let me just show you. Yeah, as you can see, it is right here, the freshly, and it's, as you can see, it's 1.81. It's not 2 terabyte showing right here, so make sure you are aware of this. And at first, it might not show up here for you because it's a new hard disk. This one has already been probably used on the PC, that's why I can see it here, but we need to format it first so we can have it for our Xbox. So let's head back to the Fat Explorer and we're gonna go to the formatting tools and we're gonna go original Xbox HDD. It's gonna search for devices, we let it do its job, and you want to make sure that you select the right one. And I know that this one is mine because you can see 1.82 terabyte is the size of this disk, and I know it's this USB device because I have it through the USB. Just as it says here, next triple check you're selected the right device because you do not want to mess this up. So 1.82 terabytes, this is my Xbox hard disk, and we're gonna hit next. Here, since we are installing SirBIOS, I'm gonna select the SirBIOS right here, and you should select this too if you're doing this, I think. So hit next. Of course we want the primary HDD, just hit next, And right here we want to deselect everything that is enabled, or all partitions except the F partition, I think. Let me just quickly check so I don't mess this up and show you wrongly, and I will be back with you in a second. So once you are at this step, it's pretty simple. You just want to get rid of any partition that is selected, so except the F partition we're gonna leave. So as you can see, I have the G partition here. I just double click it, remove this, and hit save, and it's done. It's pretty much deleted. These two I cannot delete. Yeah, as you can see, these two have to stay, so we leave those and we select our F partition. We're gonna go format, of course. You can select 256 or 512. I think I'll go 512 because that's how people usually do it. I think you can Google the difference. I don't know exact difference, to be honest, but I will go with 512. And of course the size, we just hit the max because we want everything on our hard disk, all games here. So 181, as you can see, is gonna be what we are left with. We're gonna hit save, boom, and after this we can go ahead and hit next. We do not have any preload. We can hit next and quick format, boom, and it's just gonna go boom. Okay, done. Once we are done, if we check our PC, it will not be here anymore, and that's because it has not been selected for our PC. So we go to devices right over here, we select our hard disk, and it's the only one here. Oh, I actually click that. We want to go, since we double click this, we come here, and mount options, load device is gonna load it. Leave disabled because we have it connected with the USB. It will not be able to do anything. We want to find our partition right here, and we want to mount it to our F on X. And actually we can do, we do not have installed a partition. F is gonna be, it can be X, okay, and we're gonna install it since we do not have this installed, and hit OK. We can remove this, and we can go back here. I think if we refresh, okay, let me see, then we go with I do not have it installed. C, D, E, F, G. Let's try I. Okay, start trial. Okay, okay, we have to start the trial so we can do this. I thought I can do it without the full purchase, but you can do the free trial as well. And as you can see, it's on our eye and it's right here. And that's pretty much it for the hard disk part. For the games, we just want to create the folder here. We want to call it games, right, like this. And you want to make sure that your games come in a folder format, not in the ISO, in the folder. What I mean is your game folder should look like this with every game accessory it needs. And for the purpose of this video, I'm just gonna be using this one game for testing, and since we do not know if this hard disk is gonna be compatible with the Xbox, since we didn't see on the chart my Xbox version, I'm just gonna be quickly trying with this one game, and if it works we can add more games to it. So this part is done, and we are pretty much done with this hard disk format and setup. Like I'm showing right now, you can just load this hard disk with the games you need, and we have free, as you can see, 1.81. We can check exactly, I think here. So used 1.28, and we have 1.81 free. Keep in mind that some of this will be used for C and D partitions from the Xbox that it needs to create. I'm not sure how much exactly, we will see that later, but I maybe messed up a little for getting the 2 terabyte. I should have maybe gotten 3 terabytes at least. So if this hard disk will not work on my Xbox, the new one, I will be getting probably 3 terabytes just so I can get everything I need and have some little extra storage. You never know, it's always good to have extra storage. So without further to do, this part right here is done. Next we need to go to our Xbox and open it up and switch out some cables and put in the new hard disk. So let's go to our Xbox. I will be back with you in a second and we can continue. So right now I'm in the process of opening the console back again, and quickly just to show you what I was telling you about the cable for the original Xbox. As you can see, this is the 27 inch, mine is 16 inch I think. So as you can see, it would be very good if you could get this size cable, because it's gonna be a lot easier. As you can see, all the folds are pretty good and very easy to spread on this box. But my cable, as you can see, if I put it side by side, well, they kind of look the same right now, maybe, but I don't think that they really are. I will try to bend mine the same way. Well, actually, I know that they are not the same, because this is just bent here, it's not even straight. So it's this side as well. As you can see, it has two more folds, so this is the actual size of it. And as you can see, mine is a little bit smaller. I can't unfold it fully, but you can see that mine is a little smaller. I didn't even stretch this white one fully. So my goal is gonna be getting this cable with this adapter inside our console and trying to make it fit like I did with this one, and make sure, since everything is turned around inside of this console, meaning the cable is going in the other side than it normally would. Normally this side, as you can see, it's sorry, I will open it so you can see it easy. It's green side, it's usually colored. The colored side usually goes into the motherboard, but in the Xbox case, the colored one goes into our adapter. So you can easily know this by these two, which are closer to each other. They go into the motherboard and into the disk drive. And yeah, the thing I was saying before, you can see the original cable, every hole is open and it's smaller than this one we need. As you can see, our top cable, it has an open hole, so it should be no problem for us. Okay, let's get everything together and I will try to do this. So basically what I will do, let me quickly show you as well. We have our hard disk enclosure here. We can just unscrew these two screws and two screws on this side, and switch our hard disk with our hard disk, and we'll go from there. So let me quickly switch this, try to connect everything, and I will be back with you with the result. Okay, just a little quick update. I replaced the hard disk. I didn't fully use all screws for the security, just because I will be uninstalling it and we don't know yet if it will work on our Xbox. I hope it will, but we have it set in here. As you can see, we have connected our connector here with our power. Some people are worried that this adapter might hit with the hard disk and do a, I don't know, break something. So you can put a little paper here if you're worried. I might do that as well, but as I heard, it's never happened that much from the professionals and it should be okay. So just for the testing now, I will leave it, but probably later when I'm finished fully, I will probably use some kind of paper, or the electrical tape is probably even better, and leave it here. Okay, so going next, what I'm doing right here right now is we have our power cable for the disk drive. Next part is connecting the disk drive and connecting to motherboard. So I will do this all openly still, just so we can test it and make sure that everything works. So how I will be doing this is, I have to think it, but I think it should not be a problem just for the testing purposes. So I will just connect everything together and I'll connect it to the TV and show you what we have going on, and we'll start from there together. Okay, I have everything pretty much kind of ready. As you can see, it's just laying right here, and like I was saying, this cable is a little short. It's gonna go very hardly in here. You can fit it, but the longer one will be preferred. So what I will be doing before right now is gonna go test it. But what I wanted to tell you, one quick thing I forgot. Sorry, my mic is a little far away. So a lot of these cheap connectors like the one I bought sometimes do not have good soldering on them, so the connections might not be 100% good, you know. So if nothing works or anything, maybe the first thing I will do is check all the connections on this adapter, because they can come pretty messed up and not good, because like I said, these cheap versions, they do not like care, they just ship them out, you know, for cheap money, so it's like not really mattering to them if the quality is good or not. So we will check that after the soldering. If something is not going to be working, we're checking the adapter. And okay, let's hook everything to the TV and see where we are from there. Okay, quick update. So I was booting up the console and it gave me an error saying literally that the adapter might be faulty. Like I said, these are pretty cheap. I would not worry if the connections are bad, and I already see this force for the power cable. You can see that the soldering on this is, oh my god. So but I think these are more important, the connection ones, and I see one as well that is not very good soldered here. So I think I'll run through each and every one of these and try to solder them a little better, maybe even some on this side, and I hope that that will fix the problem. If not, I will have to order this new adapter and hope it is this problem, because it says it's either the cable problem, the IDE cable, which could also be the problem since the cable I use is pretty old, but it should have no problem, I think. And I think it's about this adapter, so let's try to fix it, do a little soldering on it. Oh, I can see this one is also so bad, oh my god. I will try to fix these as much as I can, make them good connections, and hopefully that will fix our problem. So I will be back with you when I solder this and try it on the console. So I'll be back with you in a second. Okay, welcome back. It's actually been a week or 2 weeks since the videos that were recorded, and I think this is trash. Actually, this is pretty much trash because I tried everything. As you can see, I resoldered everything as much as I could perfectly. I tried everything. I tried switching the cable, and at the end it came down to it's either this that's not working or the hard drive is not supported, and I'm pretty sure it was this, because as soon as I ordered this one, which is the one I was telling you about, the better version, so you want to get this one from StarTech, this exact one. It's currently installed. You will not be able to see it, but actually you see it, it's red. So I switched those and now the console is booting. Before I just kept getting an error that there is a problem with something. So and I tried everything, tried to figure out what's the problem, and came down to this, like I said, because I tested out different cables, different hard disks as well, and I was not sure still if it was this or the hard disk, but it's this. So save yourself the trouble, do not buy this piece of crap from China. It's, I don't even know, I can just throw it away. This is the one that you really need and want, so you do not have problems. As you can see, I just put in the OG Xbox installer disc DVD, and I'm just gonna quickly show you how you can install the dashboard for yourself. So I have this DVD inside, as you can see, and we are gonna go install or switch, sorry, there we go, install or switch dashboards. Okay, we can install all, but we will want, let's see, where is the install single default dashboard. We will go with this default dashboard, and we will install XBMC for gamers, of course. And okay, I got it to work. I just reformatted the hard drive, because when I was troubleshooting before with the old connector, I tried different formats and I thought maybe that would fix my problem. maybe if I format it to 2 partitions or something, but I just get it back to the normal formatting that I showed you in the video. So now, as you can see, it's gonna install my XBMC for gamers. Again, you can get this easily OG Xbox installer, burn it to disk. I showed you how you can burn it with X4 speed, so don't go over the X4 speed. Just install it simply like that. As you can see, it's installing the hard drive, and as you can see right there, we have the E, C and RF partition is 0 because it cannot show it yet. So that is why we need to install this and why we need to do everything that we are doing so that we will be able to find it and see it. So would you like to your default dashboard? If we want, of course we do. So we're gonna hit X. It's gonna switch everything around for us. So installing this dashboard is pretty easy. Same with SirBIOS, like I told you before. You can easily get all of this and easily install it. So let's go back right now. We can yeah, actually we can now turn off our console. Currently it is just set up like this, so I will take out the disk. That's what I will do firstly. So like I said, easily burned DVD for the Xbox. We're gonna close this, we're gonna turn it off and turn it on again. I can put my disk back here, but while we're waiting, we have this little glitchy SirBIOS. Oh, BMC for gamers. Our dashboard is right here, and since currently I do not have any games loaded on the hard drive, I will have to first install some games. So we can go manage profiles, of course, just hit that, and we can just go ahead and oops, and hit on, if I can do it. Why not? But what's this? Okay. Okay, I'll just go away from that. We'll go back. And we want to go add profile right here. Hit X. We want to put our name in. Let me just quickly put my name. Profile created. We can just hit load profile right here. Let's try it again. Okay, I'll just hit OK. I think I can go back like this and maybe select it from now. Yeah, okay. Now it's gonna load up. Usually it will not be like this when you restart it, but for the first time, and we need to calibrate the screen. Of course, we just make this as we please. Let me just get down so I can see it better, so I can make it a little more nicer. Okay, it's a little smaller screen that I had connected to before, but yeah, I can do it like this. It doesn't really matter that much, and we want to have the disc spinning perfectly in circle, or at least as much as we can in the circle. Something like this I would say is okay for me, and we can just hit back and we can go next. I need to restart so the changes take effect. Of course, we hit OK and we wait for the restart, and that is pretty much it. Actually, pretty much the whole process. The last process is only getting our games on the hard drive, which is not that hard. I showed you. You just create a folder, you put everything on the folder, and after that, only thing we need to do here is load it from here. I will show you quickly. Oh, I can. My screen is, as you can see, not good calibrated. You can see a little dashboard down there. It's under the screen, so that's a little unfortunate, but we will fix that. So we can go to options. We can actually fix everything from here, from settings. You have skins, appearance, file man. Quickly forgot to show you, since we have the dashboard installed, as you can see the F is 19,000 megabytes, or that is 2 terabytes almost. So it's working. That is very good to see. It can recognize the hard disk. Now let's just quickly put our games on the hard disk. Okay guys, looks like I didn't even need to refresh. I just placed the game on the hard drive and it loaded perfectly. And please remember that you want a full folder of the game. You do not want the ISO file, you want the full folder with contents from the game. So let's quickly just try it out. I will hit X, directly start it, goes in there, no problem. This screen problem, that's because of my cable, so don't even worry about that. I will fix this myself, but I think it's from the cable. So this is not the game's problem at all, it is pretty much from me. So as you can see, it pretty much is gonna work, no problem. This is only this screen thing right now, but it should be no problem later. Okay, let's hit start, and we can select missions, of course, and so on. Right now I do not do nothing, but as you can see, it works. So it was a successful install. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial slash, I don't know, experiment and installation, homemade installation. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments. I really hope you enjoy this and it helps you in any kind of way. I gave you my opinions and my suggestions, so please do not get, once again, do not get this. It's trash. Please get the red one. This goes to trash, literally. So I had to wait 2 weeks for the adapter to come, and I was like 2 days of trial and error, seeing if it's the problem with cable, if I screwed something else up, maybe I didn't even know. I tried a lot of things, but in the end it worked out. So again, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.